Doesn't have her yellow chalk, does she? Or yellow chalk. And then...
Wasn't he the first fella in space? Yellow chalk.
Yellow chalk. Yellow chalk. Did you get that in the Lam's Fair?
Is that chocolate everybody's buying from Dubai?
Dubai. Have you tried it?
No.
No, I've
Those
refused.
bollocks.
It's not just pistachio and chocolate.
Aye.
The flavour combination.
Is it like what's
That's
What
it.
like what makes it from Dubai?
I think
Dubai
it's just like a
pistachios don't fucking grow in Dubai because
Nah.
nothing grows in Dubai because it's made
Now
up.
it's chocolate. Like
Now chocolate doesn't grow there. Fucking bastards.
I think someone just put up like a fucking like TikTok or something of like a bar of chocolate they got in Dubai.
So I was in Dubai and I got some chocolate.
And then all the kids are going, I want to get
Fucking-
Dubai.
I got some chocolate in Dubai.
Mommy,
It was the
Mommy.
best chocolate ever.
Mommy, you're selling
And
Dubai
I know lots
chocolate.
about chocolate. I know more about chocolate than anybody else.
Nobody knows about chocolate more
What
than me.
about me?
Oh, fuck, I thought I liked it. There's like, this video of a fucking parrot, like from here. And I just kept going, does your dad know my ma? Beep, beep. I was going, Alexa. Like the owner's going, geez, shut up. Stop calling. And it's going, it's like, sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Alexa. Beep, beep. Beep.
Here goes the one that answers the phone and goes, hello. Tommy! Hello. Tommy!
My great aunt had a parrot. And it was funny as fuck because you would run, like, you would go up and knock the door and we just go, fuck off.
Would she say fuck off?
No, the parrot would.
But like, she said, but where did he learn it? Was she going to say under her breath? Fuck
It
off.
must have been like, yeah.
Yeah.
Where the fuck?
Where fuck up there in your own door?
The parrot was on anxiety medication.
Was it?
No, it wasn't.
Swear to God.
Say it into the mic.
I'm feeling a bit low.
Sometimes all I need to get through the day is a cracker.
She stopped asking me who's a pretty boy. I am.
It's not really a swear word, but it's more sort of like just an action.
Right?
What?
Wallop. You're a fucking
Do you
walloper.
remember that video? And it was the fucking girl in Botanic Gardens. Fucking-
With the Roman fucking sandals.
Yeah, fucking Gladiator 3. Fucking
Gladiator 3.
she was going fucking, he was that fate me in this fucking park.
Oh, why? Is that ages ago?
Yeah, yeah, and then someone was walking past, goes, here, what are you looking at? Wallop.
And then it was like a
She
whole
said wallop
thing.
as she was fucking hitting him.
Wallop.
went,
She was doing her
"Wallop."
own sound effects. She thought that she was.
Like a Batman comic.
Wallop. Wallop.
It's like a smacked out Batman.
Wallop.
Fuck it. Doof.
Moan Robin. Moan Robin. He's a fucking dick. Joker's a dick.
See your man, Joker, you fucking cunt.
He's a wee bitch. Thinks he's funny. He's not.
You think you're funny, do you?
You're funny. Right. Will we start? Oh, have we been?
Yeah.
Good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is you're listening or watching this particular podcast. I am Sean McDonnell.
And I am David Doherty-Jebb.
Welcome to Word Up. And again, Word Up, motherfucker. And yes, you will notice that neither of us are Bronagh Diamond. She's very, very busy. Those eagle-eyed viewers will notice that neither of us are,
And some listeners.
and some listeners, well, neither of our voices are Bronagh Diamond-esque. Yes, so it's Boys Takeover,
Again.
Part 2.
Yeah.
This time, it's personal. Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, we got in trouble last time. HR came off.
You've talked about Jason Cox too much.
Yeah. Ah, fuck's sake. You can't say none these days.
Can't say none. Fuck's sick. You can't fucking eat a ham sandwich in front of a Christmas tree wearing your poppy anymore. You'll get fucking cancelled.
I don't.
This is fucking
Fuck's
shit.
sake. Walking on eggshells.
So we hopefully you are listening to this out in the glorious sunshine because like next week gives to be bad and this
Is
week's
it?
meant to be good. So I think this hopefully this is Saturday, and hopefully the weather is as good as it is in the past.
See, when you're in it, you feel like it's gonna last forever.
You do. It's gorgeous.
So you start planning stuff ahead, and you're going, see, next Sunday I'm gonna go to the beach.
Go to Helens Bay.
Yeah,
Go pack a picnic.
I booked foot golf with my nephews for next week.
We're gonna have to pause all that, and we're gonna have to
Foot golf. Yeah. So this is
Wait, pause. I know I don't know much about sports, but that's two you've smashed together. You can't make up new sports.
So see the way you've got like all these tech startups that are being like, it's the Amazon of food, you know. So this is the food of golf.
This is the food. This is the football of golf.
Yeah. So it is. It's golf for plebs.
Golf, that sounds like something. I'm intrigued now.
Yeah, it's working class golf.
Working class golf. Is that not just football?
Yes. it
Working
is.
class.
But
Anything.
Football requires a bit more organisation now.
It
Nowadays.
does, and you need to be good looking to play football, professional football. You can't fucking.
Oh my god.
You can't look like Wayne Rooney anymore.
No, I joined a wee six-a-side league 2 years ago.
And that's for a headshot before
Yeah.
they let you join. It's like I just don't see.
It was like a
him-
modelling agency.
I don't see him getting a Link sponsorship.
No,
I don't see him doing an Old Spice advert.
I thought I was paying to play these matches. So there was a team that turned up with coordinated pink and black matching kits with their names printed on the back, right? And there was a guy who would turn up wearing like a fucking like fancy watch,
Mm-hmm.
like necklace,
Lovely.
like a fucking nice wee like highlights in the hair, fucking skin fade, earring in both ears.
So you couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell.
They didn't have it in the gay ear. He had it in both.
And rings. He had like a tape around the socks to keep the socks up.
The wee
Hey.
backpack with the soap bag in it.
Yeah, he
and the
turned.
headphones
Yeah,
on.
yes.
Gay.
I'm not even lying. He did turn
Gay.
up with a soap bag and fucking AirPods in, as if he was
Getting all the
playing
team
for
bucks.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I bet you he walked about I bet you he was the one that got naked first in the changing rooms and walked about in his flip flops.
And at 6 aside, you don't even have to get naked.
Yeah, they get naked, they get-
If I can change before you go.
Everybody's got there. He's like, I think
The
he's
last
just like,
one to leave, like.
he's just like, why are we not getting naked, guys?
Oh, here, that's one in the shower. It's a rotten egg.
That's what in the shower has to suck everyone's dick, and he like holds back.
It's like, oh no, I
You guys go on ahead. He is like, no, I don't know who that guy is, but like, he's pure. He's like, he's fighting with himself. Like,
can't say nothing these days.
can't say, you can't say, you can't just look at him and go poof, or they'll talk about you. You get talked about, even though he clearly was.
But yeah, so I would turn up wearing a stained gym top.
Was there egg on it?
There was egg on my face, David. Like I never made my top.
After this fucking like swarm of glamazons came walking onto the football pitch,
Yeah.
everybody fell.
You were bait before you even started.
You were intimidated by their swagger.
Yeah, it was a tactic in of itself.
It was coming in like this here. It's like Joe, like in what do you remember? Like was it dodgeball and like the German show?
Oh yeah.
Or
Or like Cool Runnings. Eins, zwei, drei.
they're all coming in like this here. But did he have like a full like leg tattoo?
He was very tatted up.
Yeah. It is sort of like it is. Which I think this does lead into our first word. And it is, I actually quite like this word, canicule. So it is a French word, but it has been adopted into English.
Sounds like a type of cheese.
I think it sounds like something that they would like put in the end, and that like some sort of tubing. A canicule.
Canicule, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Shove it up your arse.
Shove it up your
Or
arse.
look for
Maybe
moles.
something like
Moles. What, like animals?
I have been up there in a long time. God knows what's in there.
God knows what's up. Oh, jeez. Hey.
sounds
Wear your
maybe
goggles.
Something that you would get, but like I don't know. The Maz would go and buy it at B&M's
Canicules.
during this, like when the weather gets good for it at the back.
Yeah.
Couple of
Yes.
canicules
I-
to put in the garden.
I bought a big canicule to put over the balcony. Your dad's putting it up now.
We at Mervyn and Sheila's garden with a big Canicule.
You got one of them canicules.
Wow.
Canicules.
You don't need to get married in a big fancy hotel. Just put up a big canicule somewhere and fucking that do you. That's our Dervin, though.
That's that. And you know what? She's just as good a day.
Nah.
Good a day. Now you're.
He forgot.
You're depending on the weather, you know.
Do you know you need a good day?
You
He
need a
forgot
good
to put the pegs in. The canicules flying down the street.
Canicule.
Or it
That
sounds like
girl
a
was
tape.
coming out of the house and the canicule knocked her fucking off her feet.
Sounds like a type of dog.
A canicule.
He gotta be half canicule, half Shih Tzu.
Well, that's weird that you should say that because it does actually it comes from the word dog days of summer,
Canine.
which is the hot canine,
Ah.
which is like the canaries as well. Everyone thinks the canaries is like something to do with canaries, but it's not. It's like it's dogs, is it not?
Oh.
Canis. Yeah, the canicule is dog days of summer, so it's the hottest days of the summer, and I feel that we're getting at the moment like a wee nice wee kind of glimpse.
Yeah, here it's been fucking great outside.
Because the last great summer we had was the summer of the fated 2020,
Yeah.
which was fucking class. Like, let's go. Like, all due respect to people who had to work during lockdown, who had to work during that there, but the summer was fucking class. I was walking around the garden in my boxers eating fucking Twister lollies like it was 1987. It was
Three
class.
canicules, like.
It was fucking class.
Yeah, I was sitting out the front reading a book on a lawn chair like I was living in Mediterranean fucking Croatia.
Lovely.
You know?
That sounds like bliss to me. Do you like a cold drink? Like maybe some fruit that had been in the fridge.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you know what I mean? Like just all chopped up. Maybe a wee bit of
Reading a wee
yogurt.
book.
Wee bit of lactose-free yogurt on the top of it so I don't shit myself. Because that would, do you know what I mean? What were you doing over lockdown, Luke?
I was working in the Royal Mail warehouse,
People still needed their lattish.
which was
Still needed their lattish.
horrendously.
Was it not
Was
roasting?
it warm?
That's what I was going to say. Was it warm?
It was warm
Was it
enough,
were you
like-
sweat? Was it humid? Was it awful?
It's not the heat
Kind
that
of.
gets you. It's
So I was doing kind of like later shifts. So like I would start at like 4, and then you'd be finished for
In the
like,
morning?
11. No, like
At night?
at
Oh, so you could have had a whole day in the
so
garden
you sort of
and
have
then
a
gone.
bit of a day, and then you would go up, and then it would get sort of colder later on. But it was just shit, like you know.
But are you one of these people? Because I am one of these people. Like I don't really like having things on later in the day
Yeah, I'd rather
because
get it
I'll
over
just
and
sit
done
and
with,
wait.
like,
I'll do
but
the
it was
ADHD
kind of the only option, like at the time.
at the time. But yeah, ideally
Yeah.
in the world of idealness.
yeah.
If
I
could-
can't have a task hanging over my head,
No.
and I can't relax if I know I have to do something.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll just do. It'll be the ADHD wait where nothing else gets done, and I'm just waiting to do that thing.
Yeah, and the thing may be 11 o'clock at night, but like all day, it's
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. Like I do find that, like sometimes if I've only got that the cabaret to do, I'll get up and I'll have a bit of and I'll have to sort of say to Mum will go for a drive, Mum will go for food, Mum will get out of the house and do something because otherwise I'll just sit and
But you're checking every 2 seconds what time it is.
what time is it? What
Yeah.
time is it? What time is it? So I'm trying to view the day in chunks of an hour. Days where like in that hour I'll get an hour. Sorry, people make fun of me because it's just that whenever I say it in my proper
Hour?
accent as an hour.
It's an hour.
An hour. And sometimes people didn't know if I was saying something was now or in an hour. In an hour. When you want that? Now. It sounds very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Aye.
But lockdown. What were you doing over lockdown?
I was working from home most of the time.
Dream.
Aye.
Yeah.
Under the canicules.
I
Oh,
was-
during the canicules of fucking 2020.
how do you use this in a sentence?
So there would be a canicule, so it's a noun. So the canicules, a canicule is a really hot day.
Canicule. Okay.
When do we get canicules like this?
When do we get canicules, I guess?
Fuck a canicule is this tin of fucking bud. That was awful. Delete that.
Canicule it? Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Canicule. Can it cool?
So I was working for a wee youth organisation, and I was running a radio station for young people.
Oh.
So, we worked it out that I could get all the ones in the youth group to like record their radio shows on their phone. So they would write a script and then like just as if they would just spend 5 minutes going through the whole script, and I would just like insert the music and then like take that wee bit of them talking and like put it after each song.
And my summer, it was this summer, me and my dad watched the King's speech, and it was great. And my favourite part is when the King said "fuck," and that was my favourite.
And then there would be 2 wee seconds, pause would just be like, and that was a great song by Britney Spears. And now the next song is by Justin Bieber.
Wasn't that great? Doesn't that take you back to 2019?
To her album California Girls, which got to number 1 in the Billboard Hot 100, produced by Brian Tatter.
That it?
That's it.
That's it. That's it. Can't go out now.
We're done.
Can't go out and play. Can't go out and play now. Aye. Because we obviously had the cafe at the time, and it was just so every time somebody came in, because Alan has like chronic lung allergies, and so every time somebody came in, I was like, they're gonna give him fucking COVID, he's gonna fucking die, I'm gonna be a widower at fucking 39. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just stressing me out. And so like we just took those 3 months off. And we were really lucky. Like, we were really lucky that it all worked out. But it was like at home, it was class. Like, it was class. And we had like wee squirrels out in our garden that would like squirrels would come. Like, there was one squirrel used to come up. It would just come down to my hand. Actually, it did come into our like sun. We left the doors open because it was one that we called Norbert, who kind of got used to coming to our back. We'd come to the back door, and he would like come to the door and just like look into the door, like just look in like this at us, and then he would go away and turn his back, and then he would go and look in the wee bowl to see in the time that he had turned his back had we put more nuts in it. And one time we put like chestnuts, and he didn't want chestnuts, so he like he lifted it up, and he looked at us. And he threw it on the floor like this here. Just like a wee fucking cheeky squirrel. So he went on. So that was, and then one day we left the doors open of the back door, and he came crawling, like creeping into our sunroom. It was just like it was like fucking Snow White. Even though I'm not Snow White, I am Cinderella's ma. You know, the bed up the stairs whenever she goes to bring her dinner, bring her her breakfast. She's laying up in bed like this here. Fuck. Leave it at
The dishes downstairs. Clean them.
Clean them. Then get out. Leave it at the bottom of the bed and fuck off. Cinderella. But yes, no, but yeah, it was thinking back on it. So I'm hoping, from the loveliness of today, I'm hoping that we're maybe going to get
a good summer.
a week, even if it's a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, whenever you were young, summer times like seemed to last forever?
Yeah.
What's-
That's it. That's a song.
Summer.
Summer times last forever. I don't have a second line.
No, mustn't have done very well, that one. I don't know why that this like came into my head just there now, but like there was just the way you were like, so this is what's come into my head. Like, I remember my brother brought my nana to Starbucks, and the woman says, "What would you like, madam?" And Nana was like, "A wee beef burger, please." And then
Sorry, I guess to keep going.
it was really so a wee beef burger. And then Andrew was like, "No, Nana, you don't do beef burger." She goes, "All right, I'll have a wee Slimbo." So a Slimbo, you know, if anybody knows what a Slimbo,
No.
a Slimbo is, you know, that really thin slim bread. It's like it's nearly like heels, two wee
Yes,
tiny heels,
yes.
and so Nana called them a Slimbo, and I'll have a Slimbo with a couple of wee slices of roast beef in them. And Andrew's like, "No, Nana, you're not picking up on. You have like it's whatever you can see. You can have whatever you see, but they don't go away and cook anything." She goes, bear in mind this is Starbucks, you know, the biggest coffee chain. You know, whatever you think of Starbucks and their politics, and rightly so, but facts remain, it is the biggest coffee chain in the world. And my nana goes, "This place wouldn't suit many people, sure it wouldn't." Do you know what I mean? It's like, and then like my my father-in-law is like he's selling he's selling a boat, and he was selling a boat online. He's selling a boat online, and how he instead of like going to the websites where Alan has them sold, he'll go into, wait for it, Bing. Right, he goes to Bing,
Things still going.
searches on Bing.
Jesus.
I don't know. Is there like a whole server somewhere in California that's running it just for my father-in-law's house? This is just this one wee server.
Here, shut that down. Nobody's just. I'll get my contact.
No, look, that fella there,
What'd
in
he
Northern
do?
Ireland. What would he do? He doesn't know how to do Googles. My mummy calls it Googles. The whole internet's just Googles. But he was like, so what he does, he just goes and he just searches, boat for sale, like Northern Ireland. But he goes, I can't find it. I can't. And Alan goes, no, but you have to go into like the ones that that it's on sale, and also you're using Bing.
Yeah.
You're using Bing. And he goes, that doesn't suit people like me. It doesn't suit people like me. And it's that way. It's just so funny. It's just a bit like this. So all of Starbucks, all the internet, everything, the way everything works is wrong because it doesn't suit you. It doesn't suit you.
My dad assumes that his newsfeed on Facebook is what everybody sees when they open on Facebook.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
there's something really cute about that.
Yeah. So he assumes that when like somebody in Bangladesh opens up Facebook, that they're gonna see Paddy Moore, like
Somebody,
from a White Rock, posting something about the fucking Grosvenor Boxing Club in the 70s.
somebody in Cullybacky has used a fucking digger to steal an ATM machine. Do you know what I mean?
He's going, did you see that on the Facebook?
On the Facebook.
And I'm going, no, Daddy, mine is different from yours. And he's like, what? And I know if you show him something, you go, here, did you see this, Daddy? And he goes, that's brilliant. Is that on the Facebook?
There was a wee woman used to come to our cafe, and she had there was a fella coming and fixing her TV, and she asked him to put Facebook. go and put the Facebook on my TV. How do you get the Facebook on the TV? And this is like maybe just a wee bit proper smart TVs where you could hypothetically get the app for Facebook and put it on your TV, but like it was like put Facebook on for my son.
He likes that Facebook.
So whenever my nephew comes around, it gives him something to do. He's like, I'll watch Facebook on my TV. YouTubes.
But see, you saying about Starbucks. When I was a wee kid, like we went to Disneyland Paris.
Ooh la la.
So
It was not banger for the day.
I might have been duped, but
it was just somebody's garden. And it was just loads of Disney stuff.
But I think my dad sort of finally caved in and was like, sure, we'll do it.
We'll go.
We'll go. I made a big.
Who all went? Was it all your ones?
It was literally just me and my man and dad.
So like Paddy was like, fuck you. I never got took to Disneyland whenever I was with.
Like he got took loads of places. They did go on holidays, like fucking in the 80s and all, like when not a lot of people were fucking going like.
So next time we're at a Paddy McDonald's show and he starts talking about how tough it was to be working class in the fucking 80s, fuck off, Paddy. Where did he go? Give me an example somewhere they went.
They went to Barcelona.
Barcelona in the fucking 80s.
They went to Bulgaria. Well,
Nobody'd heard of Bulgaria. Bulgaria was still a Soviet fucking nation.
Where else did they go? Fucking Carnlough.
And to top it all off, the cherry on the top of this bourgeois cake. They went for a fishing ship in Carnlough.
The fucking aristocracy.
Let them eat fucking cake. Let them eat fucking cake.
So, aye.
How much is a banana these days? $20?
I love that Arrested Development.
Go and watch a Star War.
So we went to Disneyland, and when you come out of like the park, you know, it's like that row of like all the restaurants and everything else, and I was like, fucking. We went to a restaurant on the first night. And then he was like, fucking dear hole, you know? So he's like, we'll go to McDonald's, right?
But can't go wrong.
But the McDonald's in fucking Disneyland Paris is the most packed out.
Because everybody's had the same idea. They were like, I'm not going to fucking Minnie's Cafe.
Oh,
where it's £30 a head just for a bit of cake and a milkshake.
So we went in and it was bedlam. It took us fucking half an hour to get served. You know, up at the
Fast
hotel.
food? Joke. What a fucking joke.
And like it's so loud.
La
Like,
nourriture vite.
you could barely hear. It was like ever watch the fucking end of Trading Places where they're like sell, blah, blah, blah. That's the way people were fucking ordering McDonald's.
And she's royale.
So
Le Big Mac.
you could
Le
barely hear
frites.
what was happening. My dad was like, I'll order, because it was a bit too chaotic for my mummy to freaking try and squeeze her way through the crowd, and did. So my daddy went up to the counter and I went up with him. And he was like trying to shout over, and the girl couldn't really understand him. And he's going, "What'd you get me?
What'd you eat?
2 fucking fish and chips." I'm just looking at fucking fish supper.
Fish supper in McDonald's. Your
And she was going, this French girl.
We don't have the French. We don't have the fish and chips.
And he's going, fuck's sake, fish.
Poisson.
And
But you think,
eventually,
but had your daddy never been to McDonald's prior to this?
of course he had. But I don't know what made him think he could get a fish supper.
In McDonald's?
So,
Filet o fish?
and especially in French McDonald's, like asking for a fish supper.
No.
So, eventually I think she just went, fuck it, 20 euros, mate. Right?
Through like a Big Macs and shit frites. What'd she give you?
We came away with 4 fucking pancakes with melted cheese on them. No drinks.
No drinks. No drinks, mind you. And you know what she did? You know what she did then? You know, she took a pancake and she melted cheese on it. Dirty bitch.
Do you speak French?
Uh-huh.
So what's pancake in French?
Oh, and is it you've gone?
Yeah,
What is pancake? Crepe?
Crap. Doesn't sound anything like fish.
No.
I've always wondered, like,
Crepe.
you know,
Crepe. But then
Has she
American
heard
pancakes might
something?
be different.
I've always wondered, like, has she heard something and went, this fella's looking fucking cheesy pancakes?
He wants to.
I just went back there and went,
Here, Didier, what do you hear? Here,
cheesy
Jean-Claude.
pancakes. Do we do that?
Jean-Claude, Mary sang. I'm Maman. I'm Maman. Philippe, Mary, easy till I tell you. Dear, look, there's a man out there, I don't know what it is.
This dude fucking fella is
He seems to be speaking some version of English
fucking
that was developed at a fucking dog fight.
chicken fucking catra crab with fromage.
Avec du fromage. Avec du fromage. Sur le crêpe. Je sais. Mais,
Blue.
suck my blue.
Fucking give him what he wants.
Give money. Look,
Tell him it's €20 and fucking.
le client est roi. The customer's the king.
I know what happened as well. So it's like there was like 3 floors in
We
it
were bored.
Where was this?
in Disneyland.
Paris.
McDonald's.
Yeah. So there's like 3 floors in it. And we were going up the steps, and it's all open to the side. Somebody bumped into us going up the stairs, and the fucking pancakes flew over the
Shit.
side and landed on some French fucker's head.
He's like, nothing wrong with that.
Fromage!
Fromage. The things people throw away, huh?
You got a new Barry.
They say we friends stinking like a cheese. This does not help the stereotype.
This is a hate crime. This is an French hate crime against us.
A head crank.
You racist bitch!
You racist cochon. I'm going to have to ask, is there a difference? You've annoyed me now, because is there a difference? A chat
I
GPT.
looked it up. I don't think there's a crap or
Is there a difference?
difference between crap or pancakes.
See, by the end of it, my dad couldn't give a crap. Like, we just went, fuck it, we'll just go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
An American style pancakes in French. Let's see what he says. There's a voice. Do you have a voice in your head
For Pat.
of what in my head? Oh, un pancake, or so I don't know why it's un pancake, or then it suddenly becomes feminine where it's une pancake américaine.
I've no idea.
Fish supper.
Poisson avec des frites. Poisson avec des fish supper. Because they don't even say that. Like, I remember going to Scotland and asking for a hamburger supper. And
Right.
what would you imagine? What do you think I'm asking for?
Hamburger and chips.
But what's a hamburger?
Like
Like describe it to an alien.
A beef patty
Yes.
in between two buns
Yes.
of bread.
That's what I
Buns
thought.
sliced in half.
So I got like this like sausage, like sort of like flat sausage thing that was battered and fried, and I was like,
Steak out.
and I was like, oh no! I said, sorry, I asked for a hamburger supper, and they're like, it's a hamburger supper, son, and it was a bit like, listen, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to live here, but yeah, I know, Mom, come and get me. The big kids are being weird, but it was but.
What's
Yeah.
if it had been the girl from Cornwall in the chippy that fucking was working over in Disneyland?
A fish, un poisson, un poisson, un poisson.
So that's on poisson, a poisson, a poisson, a poisson. Un chip.
Un chip, and chip. But yeah, no, wait, was it whenever we were young? This is again. Imagine it. De frites. Imagine it. Picture it. 1991. Our family had recently broken up. But so what? Right. This is, I don't know why this story always has like layers to it. Because my dad had been back paid a whole lot of money, he booked us a holiday. Even though we shouldn't. Okay, anyway. He'd been back paid a whole lot of money, so we booked us a holiday to Mallorca, and this was the first time I had ever gone like.
On a plane, like.
Well, I'd been on a plane to go to England
Right.
to see like family in England. But I'd never been
Outside
like.
of that,
But after
On
after we
holidays.
came back from Germany, I had never left like UK and Ireland.
Mhm.
But again, so we were all going, and it was amazing. And then that's when he chose to leave. But we went anyway. And it was just so weird because it was so weird watching like how like my granny just did not cope with Mediterranean heat. Like she had to like sit.
Where did this go?
Mallorca.
Oh my god.
Went to like Palmas to Mallorca. I went to Alcudia. So we went, and it was like she just sat. Nana just sat under a tree for the whole 2 weeks, and she broke a tooth, so she had to go to a dentist. And she had to go to a dentist in like 1991, Mallorca. Like you have in 1991, right? Spain was only 11 years into democracy. You had to remember that like Franco had only died 13 years previously. And he went, so she went, and but you know what they did? They put this like weird, like yellow, like orangey rope into like where her tooth was, so that it would like keep the space, so that whenever she would go back, whenever she came back to like home, she'd go to her own dentist and get
just
like a
cut
crown
bit of
put in.
fucking fishing line off.
Look
of
at
it,
that,
stick it in, like.
Stick it in her mouth, and that will be fine. That will be good. We'll never see her again. She'll be back. She'll not be back. But it was just.
What is she going to do? Leave Yelp review?
That is not even being offended. They haven't offended TripAdvisor yet.
She gonna make bad mouth TikTok about us?
You keep saying things like this, Juan. We don't know what you're talking about.
Write this down.
You don't know.
Is she going right to Andytown News?
What is she gonna do? Fun Stephen Nolan. And beach up all that to him? No.
Listen here, Stephen. We done best job we could.
tell
There
you
are
what
two
it-
sides to everything, Stephen.
Stephen, I tell you what it is.
Stephen, I tell you what it is. She came in and you should have seen the state of her mouth.
Yeah, and also what other caller was saying about casement getting built. I do not agree with the funds going to that side again. They always fucking get everything.
Why do we need Irish sign in the train station? Why do we need it?
We're in
Why not
Mallorca.
the Spanish?
Why not Spanish or Polish? You see more Polish people standing outside of the Europa bus station nowadays. All of the people from here, they work from home. They don't need to use a train.
Them ones, they think like they own the place.
They got all the grants. They got all the grants. There's always something for them and nothing for us. And
We
this
get
is, and
nothing.
we get nothing. And
What
then you
about-
wonder why we kick off.
Why we no say about Ulster Spanish?
My children are growing up out of Spanish and they are getting nothing. Nothing. Clowns. They are payasos. Clowns. They are clowns.
How about what they done for Bobby's story funeral?
They broke the protocol of lockdown.
I think yes. There's a guy out there who's like a loyalist Spanish person.
Murderous.
King Guillermo. King Guillermo el Naranja. De la Casa de Naranja.
Do you ever see like the
It was Rojas and it was
Roja. It was old. Era vieja, pero bella. It was old, but it was beautiful.
What were you saying, like?
I was gonna say, do you ever see like the like sort of neo-Nazi German gang that fucking like worship Johnny Adair?
I've heard about this.
There's something hugely homoerotic about that. I don't know what it is. Like, there's a strange Tom of Finland fucking... What is it? Like, if you think, like, Nazi uniforms were designed by Hugo Boss to, like, fucking cup the calf and give you cake. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they're big... What, for fucking, like, knee-high, shiny boots? There's still fetish nights for that shit in London.
It sounds like it's a load of fucking Berlin hipster techno heads.
Who just won't just fucking get over and done with. Just fuck each other and get it over and done with. You'll feel better. Swear to God.
We agree with the views of Johnny Adair.
Johnny Adair. Oh,
But that's what they're like. They're all like, we love
dads.
Johnny.
We love Johnny
so
Adair.
much.
He's also very cute, yeah. I have his poster in my bad
They do. They have his posters up and all. And then the fucking so they made like a documentary and he went over.
Jamie
and-
Bryson. Bryson is a little cupcake, yeah. I like the way he can't really talk properly. It makes him more cuter, nine. We've done our own wee Brexit here in this room where we've just like slagged off French people, Spanish people, German, all our nearest Western European neighbours are going to let us and go, they're fuckers.
I'm going to have a tough time of it in Lanzarote in August.
Oh, you're going in August. You get now listen, Canicule. You get the fucking Canicule. You'll get your fucking Canicules burnt off you. It's going to be roasting in August. You may bring your 50.
Fucking, I'm not going to have... My 2 canicules are going to be dried up.
Yeah, your Canicules are going to be up for somewhere around your fucking throat because they're going to be dried up. Dried into wee raisins.
If there's not any fucking canicules, you fucking curly
You
cunts.
fucking curly bastards. Where were you? In the storm on the Normandy.
What's the
Beach.
swear word this week?
So our swear word of the week. So enjoy your canicules. And this week, I feel like when you're in a canicule, it makes you feel this way. And I think people know what this means. Word. This is like a word people know. Sluggard. Swear down, motherfucker. Oh my god. Sluggard. A sluggard, and it's a
What'd
lazy
you call
person.
me?
What'd you call me? Sluggard. You heard. A sluggard. Someone who's like just lazy, but they can't be bothered. Like they just don't want to. Not only are they lazy, but they'll go out of their way to like just be lazy.
Yes.
But apparently laziness doesn't. Apparently, I've never been on a roller coaster before, and apparently my grandpa was watching the Super Bowl. But niche meme reference from like 2015.
We were talking about Call of Duty earlier. I went on a game with my nephew, playing with him the other night, and randomly out of nowhere, he mentioned that something reminded him of like the cat from Stuart Little, right?
Oh yes,
Snowbell, right?
Uh-huh.
And if that wasn't niche enough to remember the cat, a wee vocal stem came into my fucking head. I was like, how'd you like to rub it from the inside, mouse boy? I was going like, where the fuck?
How did they get away with that?
Store that? That's your fucking A1 brain. Like.
How did they get away with that though? But how'd you like to rub it from the inside? No. Do you know what I mean? That just sounds like that is something like some big fella would say to you in a gay sauna. Isn't it? Do you know what I mean? How'd you like to rub it from the inside? Oh.
Johnny Adair.
We are getting firebombed. We are getting firebombed. Yeah, is he same? I'm WHE. Worst hun ever. I don't know. I don't know. Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he is still alive. Right, okay. It was just, you know, these people.
He's in exile, like.
He's in where? Exile?
Yeah.
Nazareth. Like, it sounds like Babylonian times.
I know.
He has been sent into exile.
Went the whole way to Stranraer.
Ah, okay. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you, see if you've ever been to Stranraer, you'll understand that was a punishment. That is, you
No,
can't like
but
Stranraer.
I think we laughed about this on Mudblood before, and it was like, it's about he's like a 3-hour boat journey away.
And it's like, he literally lives like at the fucking boat stop. Like,
You could catch him in an afternoon.
You could think if you'd put like you don't need an extradition treaty for
He's
Scotland.
He's like at the boat terminal, like fucking Julian Assange getting dragged out of
Keeping his foot on Scottish soil. You can't take me. You got no rights.
You can leave the house at 8 in the morning, be back in time for lunch. Like,
You could swim.
and catch him.
You could swim the Larne.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's closer. Like, you could, you know, you're
you'd see him
better.
with a fucking telescope. Like,
Imagine, like, what was he talking? Like, was he
Far
thinking to
backwards.
himself, like, I couldn't go to Cuba. The heat would kill me.
They've tried to do the Hitler deal for them and send them off to Buenos Aires, and they
Yeah, and they're like, oh no, I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered with that.
Language and all, like.
Teach in a different language. But I fucking this in and around the
New
90s.
fish suppers.
4 fight summers.
In the 50s and 60s, the biggest spoken language in Buenos Aires around at that time was fucking German.
Yeah.
Jesus, Argentine. You know what I mean? But yes, a sluggard. But
Sluggard.
have you ever met, like, this is the thing, like, apparently, like, I feel like a sluggard sometimes. I feel like a sluggard because sometimes, we were talking about this before, like that ADHD weight, where it's like, I have this thing that I need to do, and the closer I get to it, I actually stress out about it. But it could be something stupid. It could be something really stupid, like, but it could be like a phone call to a friend, and I start stressing out about it.
Yeah, or like a text. Somebody has sent you a text, and you didn't respond.
And
to
you
it within
foolishly read
10
it.
Yeah, and you didn't respond to it within 10 minutes, and then you go, "Fuck, I need to get
Round to that.
But then you keep going, "Oh, I feel awkward that I have to deal with the fact that I didn't reply within 10
But
minutes."
this is the
and you keep putting it off.
what
and it keeps getting
we
worse.
need to get rid of the protocol of this shit. Where, like, you know, like, you might be doing something.
Yes.
Remember, like, in the old days, you'd phone somebody's house. We used to,
weren't
maybe
in,
don't
weren't in,
remember.
like.
You know, like the days of the rotary phone. You'd phone somebody's house, and if they weren't in,
Yeah.
that was it. You phoned back later.
1471.
1471. Oh, did anybody phone us when we're out? That's how my brother got round.
Does 1471 work
Still
on your
work.
phone?
Don't know.
Like if
Who was the
I
last
Well, it
person
just
to
goes
pho-
through
who was
all
it?
the
Nicole,
phone calls.
wait, so if I go 1471.
You've dialed an incorrect.
It's done now.
That's
It's away. That's how my brother got around. So our Peter used to, like, really ring up a huge phone bill. And so my mommy would put, like, so what she would do, you could put a code in
right.
to block the phone. You get a BT would give you a phone. But you know how our Peter got around it? Because basically what happens, because 1471 was also the last number you phoned.
Yeah.
The last number you phoned.
Yeah.
So you put 1471 in, and our Peter got around it because 1471 included the code that mommy had put in, so it unblocked it.
Oh fuck.
Our Peter was fucking sly. He was so clever. He is so clever, but as a child, he was so clever.
Do you remember the one where you could type in like just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it would start like telling you what time it was? No,
Oh,
it would go on the third beep. the
you just
time
phoned. No,
will
it was
be-"
just Accurist. You're phoning Accurist.
Yeah,
The time on the beep, the time
yeah.
according to Accurist will be 2:37 p.m. And it would just beep, and it
But
would
there
be
was one
on the
that I
third
remember
beep, beep.
Someone in
beep,
school was like,
beep.
"Here, go home tonight and ring just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9." And I done it, and it answered the phone, and it was like a wee fucking automated voice. It was that time thing.
Uh-huh.
It was like, it must have been for kids or something, because it was saying, "Hi, this is Tinkerbell," and it was like fucking a wee voice.
Oh no! I think you got sucked into the first fucking grooming scam. Look,
No,
that's
no.
really weird.
all it did was say,
Tinkerbell. What are you wearing?
all it said was, "The time will be, 7.
Hammer time. Does your mom and dad ever really annoy you? Mine too. Now take off your clothes. Yeah.
What are you wearing, Wheeler?
I mean,
My man got a fucking like fancy phone at one stage.
and how was it fancy?
So it had a wee fucking screen on it, like about the size of like a fucking. It was like,
Like a wee Nokia?
yeah, it was like a Game Boy screen,
Oh.
right? And you could play games on. Oh, fuck off! And I fucking I bought one of the games on it. That was 15 quid.
Oh my god. And then
It was Hong Kong Fu, the game.
what age were you?
That was about 9.
Okay.
I'm always raging.
Who bought this game?
And nobody can use the phone because I'm sitting going fucking playing Hong
Kong Fu. Nobody can phone in. Like somebody's just got like, like fell down a well or something and they're trying to get your man and dad to come and help them and you're like Hiya! France used to have a thing like do you know we had teletext and CFAX? Well, they had a
Teletext.
but it was like a wee kind of like internet before the internet was out, but it was just France and it was called right, I'm gonna have to look it up because I remember I was about 16. I went and stayed with a family in Dijon. Let me see. It was the French tech they had before internet.
Dijon mustard.
Dijon. Well, do you know what he did? That's because I brought over like a wee. Like as a gift, like from Ireland, like I brought over like I brought over like Tito, and I brought over like a wee linen hankies and all because it was like from the north and all that's like Irish things, and it was a video text on it, Minitel, and it was like it was weird. It was like Minitel, a video text online service accessible through telephone lines from the 80s to the early 2000s, kind of like a mix between the Yellow Pages, email, chat rooms, and early e-commerce, all on a beige terminal. Rolled out nationally by 1982 by France Telecom. The government gave out free terminals to households, so you could like check your bank balance, you could reserve train tickets, you could use chat rooms, messagerie rose. Some were quite spicy. Messagerie rose, pink message rooms. So I imagine that must be. And it was just before modems were a household thing. Door blue, bit of blue. Do you know in France and Spain it's great? It's green. He's not a wee.
Green.
It's green is for dirtiness. Green.
And not it. What do they say for envy then?
Envy. Oh, I don't know. Because it's un hombre verde is like a dirty old man.
Oh.
Un hombre verde, like the green man.
Well,
is
sure,
a dirty
it's same in Irish. Like a lot of colours are changed.
man.
So like, for someone who's black, you don't say
It's Fear Gorum.
a black man. It's a far garum. It's a blue man. And he also plays the drums and wears face paint.
And see, that's a Smurf. That's an avatar.
Then
Mom, I'm an avatar.
an orange man. I don't understand this
Right.
one bit.
But how do you say orange in Irish?
Oriste,
Oriste.
right? And the word for an orange man, like someone who's part of the Orange Order, is a far boy, which is a yellow man, which sounds a bit.
Well, it's because
racist.
It's because we didn't have. So Irish back in the days where everybody still spoke, like when Irish was still was the indigenous language and it hadn't been colonized or wiped out. Even English didn't have a word for orange. It would have been yellow. It would have been yellow red. It wouldn't have been a color on its own. So then we got like words from Persian, which is oranje, and then that became naranja and laranja in Portuguese. And so the color is not named after the fruit. The fruit is named after the color.
Where's the fruit in Irish?
So boy is
Yellow.
yellow.
So did that all happen whenever everything was still in black and white? Like,
I can't. Let's see. I'm gonna stick you.
So the term orange, right? Obviously, linguistic. Irish boy is often used for the color orange as well. Especially in
Okay.
older or poetic contexts where specific shades were less distinctly categorized. So exactly as you're saying, therefore, far boy can be understood as man of orange, linking into the Protestant Unionist tradition.
It's like the House of Orange. It's like
Yeah.
it's people it was Orange Man, and they think it's because of the color, but it's not. It's because so even now, for example, like in the UK, you've got the Prince of Wales. So in the Netherlands, the Prince of Orange is or I suppose at the moment we have a Princess of Orange because the king has a daughter and she's going to be the queen after him.
Yeah.
So she'll be the Princess of Orange, and that means that she will be the queen after he either abdicates or dies.
It said there as well that it later came to also be used in folk tales as like an adversary, just a term for an adversary or like the other side. You know, someone. You know,
like a boogeyman sort of a thing, or a
like like an outsider.
So do you like yellow in English would be like if
Cowardly.
you're yellow, cowardly? How would that be in Irish?
Oh, like I can't think of like, you know, if there's something
might not be-
similar.
there's
I
maybe
don't
no
know if
equivalent.
yeah, because I've never. You've just would use the word for like.
He is a
someone-
coward.
Yeah, you know.
Cobarde.
So let's look up. What? Well, do Spanish
Mm-hmm.
speakers have an equivalent
Of green with envy.
of the term
What do you call it?
green with envy? I know there's a lot of typing on ChatGPT this episode.
Guess
Do
time.
Spanish. Literally- So they do also use
Oh, better than the NVIDIA.
to bait oneself with envy, to be down of envy. Envy is eroding them. That while green, there are richer, more diverse ways to say it. So you can say green with envy too.
Oh,
Although the concept, it's not as universal in Spanish as it is.
it's
in
weird.
English.
Spanish often uses the color phrases. Let's see, that's so weird. Me muero de envidia. Estoy muerto de envidia. Me corroe la envidia. That's really weird. I don't know. I think some of that might be a wee bit South American,
Oh,
maybe as well.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ole! But yeah. So if you're a failure, yeah. So you might not. So back to the word slug. You might not be a sluggard. You might just need to look at your like energy when it comes to certain tasks. It could be something that you just.
Yeah. A sluggard is what all Tories believe that
All
people in
working
West
class
Belfast,
people, but all working class
working
people.
class people are.
That's what I think. That's one of the things they don't really understand. That's one of the things they can never really understand is how, you know, universally here in this part of the world, we're all viewed the same. We're all viewed the same as over there. So, like those of us over here who think, oh, but we're this or we're that or we're more connected to this, and you sort of say to yourself, well, no, if you go over there, you're just another Irish person. Whether or not you have a picture of the Queen or the Pope on your wall in your living room, whenever you go to London, you're just another Irish person. You know, so I don't understand why we don't have that sort of that I don't know. People don't listen to us. If we just came to us, we would just have all the problems solved.
Sure, don't listen.
Sure, they don't listen. Sure, who would listen? Nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. Well, listen, folks, thank you very much for coming over and spending your Saturday afternoon, evening, morning, Sunday morning, night, whatever the time. Do you maybe listen to this in bed?
Yeah.
Send us a wee message and tell us where do you listen and enjoy your word up?
Where in the world are you?
Where in the world are you? And what do you what do you usually do?
Where's our weather watching camera today?
Where's it? Where the weather watch camera day? Our drone has overported out in the day. Where hey, we'll tell you a story that the sun is splitting the stones a day.
Come over to Patreon and you'll hear more of me and David's culty AI character.
Yes. So
See you
as
over
Bronagh
there.
would say, tell your wee granny I was asking after, and we'll see you soon. See you next week. Bye.